Okay, woodworkers, so I have all the parts for my demi-lune table. I am now trying to establish the drawer front into this location. I have to wait to do the drawer front until I have these spacer pieces here that are going to establish the runners or the rails for the drawer to slide in and out. The big purpose of these is to keep the legs into constant position so that I can size the drawer front. So what I'm doing with this is I need to line up the front of this drawer so that it aligns with the front of the apron to the left and to the right. And so by doing this, once the top is on and the drawer is closed, it will look continuous, which is kind of the whole theme. I want to make sure that this looks like this is all still one part. So the drawer front's not set back, it's not too far proud. So doing that, and this looks pretty decent. Yeah, good, I like that. Alright, so I've cut this mostly down to size, but I need to do some fine tuning. So I'm going to hold this into place. I'm going to scribe on the bottom. This thing belongs. I also have this marked as the top, so I won't invert this. Just in case there's something off with my geometry, I want to make sure that I have a reminder as far as which direction this goes. You'll notice I have not veneered the top or the ends yet. Obviously I'm taking more material off of the ends. After I get this sized, then these pieces will get veneered. I could veneer the bottom as well, but I'm going to do something different for the bottom of all of these edges, including or involving some solid wood. So holding off on that. Alright, so I have angles here. From there, now I'm going to continue those lines up. I'm going to draw or carry this line over. Oops. That's great. Do the same for this guy. Some people choose to work on a bench. I like to set this material in the most precarious position possible for carrying these lines up. I'm too lazy to reposition the camera. Is truth be told, I want to make sure I can do all this in one shot. Alright, once I have this, then I'm going to take this to, depending on how much material I need to remove, I would take this either to the bandsaw to try to clear off as much of this material as possible, and then I would take this to a sander, and edge sander is good. Disc sander is probably less good just because the diameter of that disc is going to be a little less less effective of getting these things cut. So the one thing I will caution you on removing this material on a bandsaw is the orientation of this. I will prefer to have this standing vertically like so, and then watching the blade cut in this orientation. The blade is going to be coming down here, and it's going to make one cut on the face veneer, one cut on the interior of this, and there's a very small chance of this thing tearing out or catching. Because I have a curve here, if I take this to the bandsaw, I need to hold this at the correct angle the entire time, and then as I'm cutting, either this way or this way, then I'm going to be tearing out whatever is on the bottom of the bandsaw blade. So, bandsaw blade, making sure the top is facing up. I can follow my lines, and that's what I'll do to get it close enough to get sanded. So I'll do that, and I'll come right back.